What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here with another Dead End Hip Hop solo album review. And today I'm going to talk about the new EP from the group Moodie Black entitled MB2. Before we get started, let me just say really quickly, please don't flood the comments with requests for either Kendrick Lamar's new album or Jenny Death by Death Grips. They're both coming. Please be patient. I'm going to go ahead and say now, if you leave those comments, I probably will not respond to them, but I will delete them. So just have respect for the person that I'm actually talking about and just be patient, man. Those reviews are coming. So this completely dropped out of nowhere, man. No warning, no discussion, just bam. You know, a new EP from the buzzed out experimental hip hop group Moodie Black. I first got into Moodie Black with last year's Nausea, which I reviewed on my channel when it dropped. I was familiar with Guy Had Indie, but I had no idea that he started another group under a different name. So Nausea ended up being one of my absolute favorite projects last year, and I've been eagerly awaiting them to drop something new. So when I got hit up on Twitter that there was a new EP up, I jumped to go listen to it. Man, it starts right off on fire with Marrow, which absolutely blew me away, man. It's super dark, it's really cold and metallic. You know, and I don't mean metal as in metal music. I mean the sounds that it uses are really cold and metallic in the way of like classic industrial music. From there, it goes on to Idol, which is a bit more upbeat while maintaining that really dark and cold feel. The beat gives me such an old school Cabaret Voltaire feel to it, and I absolutely love it. And it's at this moment that I actually realize how much they progressed. Not only is the dark, ugly, apocalyptic landscape they're painting a lot better, but also the rhyming. Vocalist K-Death has really added quite a bit to his flow. When you listen to the song, you'll know precisely the part I'm talking about. He's actually doing something really creative with his flow on this track. Track 3, 100. That moves back to the slow, menacing, dark beat, but it has a bit of bounce in there, a bit of bounce that I'm not used to with Moodie Black. You really notice that when it gets to the hook. We ain't got no problems. Everything 100, ain't it? There's also some great lyrics in here. I'm better than your lesser friend of cowardice. Motherfucker, I'm a catalyst. There's no page where I'm writing, just a matter of timing, bitch. I've been too late where the ride is when I'm bleeding out my eyelids. This is the kind of shit that you should expect throughout the entire project. Just really interesting lyrics that are thought-provoking, man. I think it's really fun when rappers don't lay out exactly what it is that they're talking about. It gives you room to interpret, room to kind of figure things out, and there's plenty of stuff on this album to try to figure out. The last song is one of the best songs on this project, man. It's another slow, dark, brooding beat, something to commit fucking suicide to, man. And K-Death on this track, he sounds like a fucking cult leader on this song with that crazy, twisted backdrop, and his voice, it just sounds extra creepy. And I love the homage to 100 Years by The Cure at the end, you know, which is off one of my favorite albums by The Cure. But, you know, back to this. I don't dwell on drama or gossip like that, of course, but there are a couple lines here that I'd be remiss in not mentioning as they kind of caught me off guard. The first being, MC Ride is a rape of my character, white world garnished with a brown-skinned predator. So I didn't ask them about this line because I don't want to have to put an explicit explanation of it in my review. But I'd be crazy to not bring this up. I find that line a bit interesting. I won't dwell on it, but I will say that it's a bit intriguing that someone is actually putting what seems like a direct shot at MC Ride or what Death Grips is doing in the music. As much as I love Death Grips, I won't lie and make a claim that they're totally original in what they're doing, and I think that that might be what K-Death is alluding to here. The other line being, never won the fairy on the fairness, the clipping couldn't mirror us, it's apparent. And is this a shot at clipping? Or is it just referencing a clipping in the traditional sense? I'm not average, no comparing. First sense Dalek, roots is heavy. And when it gets to that chorus when he says, what I want is for the idols to suffer, like I've done. I think what's going on here is this is a statement of how other groups within the same genre as them have basically walked in off the street and blown up overnight. You know, meanwhile, groups like Blackie, Dalek, you know, K the I, and Moodie Black, who was, again, previously operating under Guy Had Indie, they kind of get ignored as being purveyors of this sound and this scene. You may look at that as sour grapes, but that's because you're not in their shoes. You know, if you put in a ton of work to get a certain kind of something noticed and accepted, but then for whatever reason, a couple of other groups popularize the sound that you stylize, I can understand that being quite frustrating. So what I think we get here is a great follow-up to Nausea. But I have to say, as much as I loved Nausea, this shit blows it out of the water. This EP is darker, it's more abrasive, the sound is even more put together. Everything from the production to the vocals to the overall atmosphere seems to be a step up and in the right direction. You know, all of the elements that I loved from Nausea, I feel like they enhanced. You know, the beats are they're just meaner. The overall sound is darker, more apocalyptic, more depressing, but at the same time more angry. The vocals are more pissed off. They go along so well with the instrumentals of this project. I really cannot say enough good things about this. The only negative I can say about this project is it's too fucking short. It's only 4 songs and it's probably around 20 minutes. And so, I mean, I listened to it over and over and over again. This project is fucking amazing. With a follow-up like this, I cannot wait to see what their next full-length sounds like. I feel like it's gonna be fucking amazing, man, and I hope they drop it this year. I hope this isn't just a teaser for what might come out next year. I need some more shit like this today. Today! Or at least this year. Let me quickly say, they're also on tour with DEHH, which I fucking wish to hell that shit was coming to Atlanta because I'd be freaking out. I've only seen DEHH one time and it was a really long time ago. They were fucking amazing. A huge wall of sound and just fucking good. And I saw Moodie Black not too long ago and they were fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if you can make it out to one of their shows, do not miss out because you'd be a fool. You can find dates on their Facebook page. I'll make sure I put that in the video here and in the comment section down there. And yeah, man, that's it. As usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I will see you guys next time. Alright?